Now in Good Morning Northwest, road closures, detours, and delays. 2 road construction projects start this morning that could affect your drive. We have a live report.
So we have average temperatures in around the area, not only today, but again tomorrow. But the air quality with all the new fire starts in our region, we're going to talk more about that coming up.
And wildfires sparked around Spokane and the whole region over the weekend, threatening homes and destroying property. We are tracking the firefight progress. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, July 31st. Mark Peterson here with a look at those hot and dry conditions in your first alert forecast.
July will wrap up being, again, one of the hottest months. We did have quite a bit of heat and a lot of 90-plus degree days. Starting off this morning on the mild to cool side, 53 degrees into Coeur d'Alene. We're sitting at 59 into Spokane. Into the West Plains, other areas are cooler, and we do have some warmer areas into the valley. So it is a mild start day, and the 4 things you need to know. Average summer time temperatures today and tomorrow. We return to the low 90s on Wednesday. It's going to be another dry week. We look at our forecast radar and really just some cloud cover over onto the west side. And then we're also going to see into southwestern Montana that chance of a few showers. The problem is could be some thunderstorm activity. For us, high and dry, sunny, high pressure. It's going to keep everything at bay. 52 into 9 Mile right now, 44 into Deer Park on the cool side, 53 into Spangle, and we have mid-50s into the valley. Our forecast today are going to warm up nicely. 10 o'clock in the morning, going to be in the mid-70s, perfect for a walk. Take it easy. We're going to have temperatures that are going to be a high today of 87 degrees.
Well, get ready for more construction.
Yeah, multiple projects starting today, meaning road closures and detours on your morning drive, potentially. We start that coverage with closures on Upriver Drive. Bronte Sorotsky is live in studio with the best way to plan your morning commute around those closures.
Right, so the other project starting today is on Upriver Drive. Detours will be in place between Ralph and Carlisle while crews relocate a sewer line. That project is expected to last 2 weeks. The closure was slated to start last Monday, but WashDOT crews had to delay due to manhole inspections that had to happen before they can relocate the sewer line. Now, here are the detours that you should get familiar with. East Upriver will be closed between North Ralph Street and East Carlisle. The Centennial Trail will also be closed between the same route. Now, here are the detours you'll need to know. Drivers usually heading westbound on East Upriver Drive will detour north onto North Freya, turn left on Euclid, cross over to Market Street, turn left on Illinois, and then turn back onto Upriver Drive. Drivers heading east will take Perry to Illinois to Crestline, to Euclid, then to Freya in order to get back onto Upriver. And anyone that enjoys the Centennial Trail, you will start on Ralph and go left on Carlisle. You'll find a crosswalk that you'll follow back onto Upriver in order to get back onto the trail. For more information on these closures and detours, you can head over to our website, kxly.com. These closures will last until August 11th. Live in studio, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Well, in just a few hours, the Idaho Doomsday Cult mom convicted of killing her 2 youngest kids will be sentenced. Lori Vallow faces life in prison for the deaths of 16-year-old Tylee and 7-year-old JJ. She was also found guilty of conspiring to kill her husband's former wife, Tammy Daybell. We'll have a full breakdown of what's expected in the courtroom today, coming up a little bit later here on Good Morning Northwest.
Fire sparked in North Spokane after a person was disposing of grease that caught fire. Spokane Fire Chief Brian Schaefer says cooking gas caught fire, rather grease caught fire when a man threw it out. The fire spread into the forested area around him. It raced up the hillside bordering an apartment complex nearby. You can see flames scorched part of the building. Schaefer says as of last night, the fire was fully contained.
Another wildfire broke out yesterday south of Spokane, just off Palouse Highway, threatening several homes and claiming one structure. Crews from several different agencies responded to the scene. Take a look at these images here. You can see the smoke billowing into the air and the flames burning through those dry fuels. The Department of Natural Resources says the Katy Lane fire grew to just more than 12 acres, but is now fully lined. Both DNR and Spokane County Fire District 8 remained on site through the night and plan to continue work today. No evacuations are in place.
As some people in Oroville are being asked to evacuate as the wildfire burns there. The Eagle Bluff fire is estimated to be burning more than 10,000 acres and has crossed into Canada. As of this morning, the fire is not at all contained. The Okanagan County Emergency Management said the fire calmed down, but it is still very active. The fire started on Eagles Bluff Road, moved north past Blue Lake. The people who were being ordered to evacuate have been allowed back in their homes. And evacuation levels for those living nearby have been dropped down to a level 2, meaning be prepared to go if conditions change.
Wildfires burning across Washington are keeping fire crews busy. According to the Commissioner of Public Lands, Washington has already had 1,000 fires burning around 80,000 acres of the state after what was an early start to the fire season.
Our fire season for mobilization usually starts after Father's Day. It started in May this year.
According to fire officials, global warming is playing a large role in the increase in wildfires. The fire marshal's office says it doesn't expect to stop mobilization for fire season until the first week of October.
Last night, Spokane police started enforcing the city ordinance that makes being in city parks after hours a misdemeanor. All neighborhood parks will be closed between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. except for Riverfront Park. It closes at midnight. The police department says the initial focus will be on educating the public and handing out warnings. Those who refuse to leave could be ticketed and even arrested.
People should know they shouldn't be down here. This isn't a place to come party and hang out and do things they're not supposed to be doing. It's a place for families and the people around here in the city of Spokane to enjoy.
Staying at parks after hours was a civil infraction before City Council passed this latest law. It's now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock on your Monday.
Yep, let's then send things back over to Mark Peterson for a look at what's ahead of us in our morning commute.
Temperatures in the 60s as you head out the door this morning. Air quality is good. It's cool. We're going to have more on that forecast and what we might be able to see with some of that haze that's coming up.
Former President Trump waiting for another indictment. What we are learning about the charges hanging over his head.
And alcohol and blood pressure. Coming up, how those cocktails are affecting your numbers and your heart.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Take a day off, skip Mondays, and be water-wise this summer.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A-plus patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
Hi, this is Noah Begay III, PGA Tour member and Golf Channel broadcaster. I'm here to tell you about sponsorship opportunities for the Circling Raven Championship, the women's professional tournament presented by KXLY 4 News. It will feature more than 150 rising stars from 30 countries. For sponsors, it's an ideal way to empower youth, women, and Native Americans through the game of golf. For more information, visit cdacasino.com or call 800-523-2464. I'll see you there.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly seared filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-8021. That's 1-800-898-8021. Or order online at buygranitestone.com.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
What program you watching?
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Can't you tune it in better than that?
Granny loves her MeTV.
Let's get the television warmed up.
Watch MeTV weeknights at 9 on KXLY 4.2.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. This morning, Donald Trump's legal team bracing for a possible new federal indictment over the former president's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election.
Special counsel Jack Smith leading a wide-ranging investigation into the January 6th attack on the Capitol, meeting with Trump's team last week, a clear indicator that criminal charges could come any day. Trump bashing his latest legal issues, including 2 new charges of obstruction of justice in the classified documents probe. In that superseding indictment against Trump, Smith accuses the former president of directing 2 staff members to destroy security camera evidence at Mar-a-Lago last year, just days after a draft subpoena for footage at the Florida residence had been sent to his attorney. One of those men, Carlos de Oliveira, who is the head of maintenance at Mar-a-Lago, is due in court today.
The Biden administration is launching a website for its new student loan repayment plan. The new approach comes weeks after the Supreme Court rejected the president's effort to wipe out student debt for millions of borrowers. Students can access the website now during this trial period and apply for the new program. The website will be fully functional next month. This comes as student loan payments are set to resume in October after a long pause because of the pandemic.
The Mega Millions jackpot rocketed past $1 billion Friday night after nobody won the top prize. Although there was no winning ticket for the jackpot, 5 people, though, won at least $1 million. The next drawing is scheduled for tomorrow.
Good morning. It is Monday. It's the last day of July. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm. A little bit of haze out there, but wearing light layers to start your day. It's a little on the cool side. Grab the shades. You'll need them. It'll be sunny. 87 the high today.
Well, regularly drinking alcohol, even in small amounts, could raise your blood pressure even in adults without hypertension.
A new study says as little as 1 alcoholic drink increased blood pressure in men and women, including those with no existing blood pressure issues or conditions related to alcohol. Researchers looked at data from 7 studies conducted around the world between 1997 and 2021 involving more than 19,000 adults. The study found that even less than 1 drink a day produced a small rise in systolic pressure over the average of 5 years. It also found that small amounts of alcohol also raised the lower or diastolic blood pressure reading, but that one only in men. You can find more information about this study in Monday's edition of the journal Hypertension.
There is an emergency need for blood donations nationwide. Vitalant Northwest is hosting a summer drive to save lives to counteract this emergency. 1 out of 7 hospital patients needs a blood transfusion. There is no artificial substitute for blood, so donations are really needed.
Need goes up. There are more traumas. The days between Memorial Day and Labor Day are actually considered the 100 deadliest days of the year, with traumas and car accidents and whatnot. And our regular donors are out.
Coeur d'Alene's next blood drive is on August 4th at the Department of Lands. They are also open 7 days a week. Baker said the process is quick and easy, and also notes that 1 donation can save up to 3 lives.
Really important.
Yeah.
It's now 6:12.
All right, tomorrow is primary election day. From leadership to safety to entertainment, we're looking at what'll be you'll be helping decide after this break.
What's better than super fresh fruits and vegetables? Yep, you've got it. Super fresh fruits and vegetables on sale.
Swing into Super One Foods this Thursday and save big during our 12-hour produce sale. Dole bananas just 48 cents a pound. Washington-grown seedless watermelon, 38 cents a pound. And whole sweet cantaloupe, 48 cents a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour produce sale this Thursday only. Hey, it's better than fresh.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Today I'm going to ask you to use your lawn chemicals sparingly. Some examples are pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. When the fertilizers and pollutants get into our waterways, they can impact the fish and impact our drinking water. So let's keep our waterways clean. Pollutants into the storm drain affect our fish and our wildlife and the overall health of our community. Some examples of pollutants are motor oils, RV dumps, paint.
To learn more about stormwater tips, go to SpokaneStormwater.org.
Wow, what a great vacation.
Yeah, no kidding. The new hotel, the casino, Maslow's Steakhouse.
Don't forget the triple head shower.
Trust me, I haven't. I feel a million miles away.
You're not.
I understand that.
I just ran home and fed the dog.
Don't ruin this for me.
The largest casino resort in the Pacific Northwest is right in your backyard thanks to our brand new River Tower Hotel in Northern Quest.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
How to raise children.
Get out of here.
Door tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays beginning at 8 over the air on KXLY 4.2.
It's Live with Kelly and Mark. Every weekday morning.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. only on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Spokane, the most amazing care anywhere.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. It's now 6:16. We are just one day away from primary elections in Spokane County. The deadline to receive new registrations and voter updates, either online or by mail, was last Monday, July 24th. Now, tomorrow, August 1st, is the last day for you to register to vote in person. And you must have your ballot turned in before 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, there are some big races and measures on this year's ballot, including Spokane Mayor, City Council President, and whether to bring a fire department to Airway Heights.
People in Cheney are being asked to vote on a tax for a new community pool in the primary election. It would replace the current pool, which was closed 2 years ago because of mechanical failures and age. If it passes, voters will fund up to $13 million for the new community pool. It would feature a 25-yard pool for lap swimming, then a separate recreational pool with a lazy river, water slide, and more. While some say this is just what Cheney needs, others say it's not worth their tax dollars.
I think there's too many things that have to be done, like the bathrooms in the park, the school activities and whatnot.
A homeowner with a $400,000 home would be taxed $212 a year, or a little less than $18 a month.
In Airway Heights, voters will decide the future of the fire department. The current fire station has a number of issues. A roof that just isn't tall enough, and trouble with other facilities as well. The Airway Heights Fire Department has a grant to buy a new building just a few blocks away, but will only get that grant if voters approve a 30-year bond to renovate the building to be a fire station. For more information on this measure and the others, and all the things you need to know before tomorrow's primary election, just find this story on KXLY.com.
All right, you're taking another live look across the street from our KXLY studios here at the One Spokane Stadium being constructed on the north bank of the Spokane River.
The one.
That's
Just
the one.
It's the one. It's right next to Podium. The podium.
One-lane closure on Boone Avenue as they continue to make that work. They just put out, again, that limitation if you're going to be heading towards Division off of areas to the east. Be aware. Little traffic update. All right, good morning, everybody. Here we go. If you're in Deer Park, you're going to want some light layers. 44 degrees as you head out this morning. It's 53 as you get into Hayden, and 56 at Fairchild. So, yeah, we got some cool weather out there. Cheney, 48 degrees. Into the valley, you're sitting into the upper 50s. Now, we're going to see, and this could be the good news of the day. Last week, we were looking at triple-digit temperatures, the way things were sort of going over the weekend. Again, the models have had a chance to relax, take a nap, and come back with August 8th through the 14th. So we're going to be just a smidge above average as we get to this week. And then we're going to see our temperatures be about average or just above average as we head into the second week of August, which means not that huge heat up and temperatures into the triple digits. I think for a lot of people that's good news, especially for me. 87 degrees, sunny and warm, winds southwest 5 to 10, maybe to 15 miles an hour tonight. Temperatures down to 55. You know, again, opening up the windows windows, getting that cool air in that does not have a lot of smoke in it. That's also the good news. Other things happening that are positive around the country, and the fact that we don't have as many millions of people under heat advisories, watches, and warnings. Right now, Texas north, we're seeing wrapped around that the potential for severe weather that's coming in with some of that monsoonal moisture and then some of the cooler air wrapped around it. But I have to tell you, temperature-wise, it is good news. We are going to see in the Pacific Northwest a continuation of fairly clear skies. Again, the mountains pulling in and creating some cloud cover into the higher elevations. That's it. Maybe an isolated shower to parts of Montana, but that's all we're going to be seeing because eastern Washington and northern Idaho, high and dry and things look good. Temperatures, again, perfectly average for this time of year, sitting at 87 degrees. That's a 30-year average for Spokane. Ritzville, upper 80s, low 90s, from Omak all the way to the Tri-Cities. So really, this is all just as it should be for this time of year. 88 on Tuesday. Now we get a little bit of a kick, but not bad. Low 90s all the way through the weekend. In fact, Sunday included. The issue is going to be the overnight lows into the mid-60s and the fact that that really still looks dry. And it will continue to be that way.
Haven't had measurable rain since the 10th.
July 10th.
3 weeks ago.
I'll bring it back. We'll talk more about that.
And that wasn't even that much, right?
No, it was 1200ths, 1/10 of an inch.
Yeah, boy. It is now just about 6:21. Idaho begins fall football camp today in Moscow. We'll hear from the Vandals on managing big expectations.
And the Mariners took 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks in Arizona, where they now stand in the wild card race. That's coming up after the break in sports. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market.
Why is a hamburger so lucky? Because it's on a roll.
Need to refresh a room in your home? Yep, all of them. Well, during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Wait, all of them? Follow me. Shop and save on the largest selection of sofas, dining tables, and beds at the lowest prices guaranteed. Save $200 on Doctor's Choice mattresses, any size, any model, with 5 years, no interest. I think we're gonna need a bigger truck. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
This place holds very special memories for Charlie. It's where he grew up, where he built his business, where his heart is. But not long ago, it was Charlie's heart that needed help. When he realized he was having a heart attack, Kootenai Health's team of more than 40 cardiac care providers was only minutes from his home. That's where Dr. Fritz and Dr. Burnett performed life-saving, state-of-the-art care to heal Charlie's heart.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe on TV and on the go to protect your family.
Tracking the largest local wildfire.
Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Bring your friends. Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
At Yolks, we believe in giving 100% in everything we do. Whether that's always offering the freshest products at a fair price or remaining committed to being a local, 100% employee-owned store.
For the first time in a long time, there are high expectations for the Idaho Vandals as they come into fall camp on Monday morning. Now, the team was picked to finish second in the Big Sky by the media last week, and a big reason for that is the work of the head coach, Jason Eck, and what he's done over the last year. He's entering his second full season as the head man in Moscow, and coming off a 2022 campaign that saw the Vandals go 7-4 and make their first FCS playoffs since the mid-1990s. Under center is going to be reigning Jerry Rice Prize Award winner Giovanni McCoy. He exploded on the scene, throwing for more than 2,700 yards and accounted for 30 touchdowns. And then, of course, there's the biggest offensive weapon of them all, Hayden Hatten, who had himself an All-American season and decided to return for another year. Now you add that all up, and you have a very optimistic program.
We're going to have one of the biggest freshmen, I think the biggest freshman class in school history in general is coming in. A lot of excitement. I think we have a very passionate fan base that probably has been muted a little bit by not having as much to cheer for over the last 20 years as they had, maybe in the 80s and things. But they're very excited. They're very excited it's coming back, and excited with Coach Pribble and Coach Amy, what they're going to do with basketball. And we just got to do our part this fall and keep the momentum going that we have going with the program.
And the Seattle Mariners finished off an impressive weekend down in the desert, taking 2 of 3 from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Starting pitcher Luis Castillo went 6 strong innings on the afternoon, striking out 7 as he helped Seattle to a 4-0 victory. Now, with the end, the M's also moved to 3 games over 500. But bad news is there's still 4.5 games out of a wild card spot in the American League. Now, next up for Seattle is going to be a series with the Boston Red Sox starting on Monday evening from T-Mobile Park. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti. 4 News Now Sports.
Some children in Coeur d'Alene are about ready for school since they got a free backpack filled with supplies this weekend.
The National Retail Federation says families spent an average of $864 on school supplies last year. So TCC and Wireless Zone say their hope is to ease the strain of rising school supply costs with their School Rocks backpack giveaway. The store was giving away 400 backpacks in an event that generated lots of excitement and even an appearance from Spider-Man.
Kids come in and they're looking, and you tell them strategizing and stuff. They're like, oh, I want this one, I want that one, just to see they're be cheerful and stuff like that. I know when I was a kid, getting a backpack along with getting some shoes, those were my favorite 2 times. So.
Any leftover backpacks from the giveaway events will be donated to local schools.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, Northwest time now, 6:26.
An American woman and her child kidnapped in Haiti. What they were doing there and how the U.S. is responding.
Multiple road closures start today in Spokane. I'll share the detour so you can have a smooth commute.
And a plane crashes into Priest Lake near a popular beach just ahead. What we're learning about it and about the people on board. Before we hit another break, though, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the carbon monoxide scare that sent Bodie and Morgan Miller's 3 children to the hospital. Morgan posting this video of their family in the emergency room, writing, "We had a crane at our house to remove our broken hot tub. Asher, Axel, and Scarlett innocently stood on the front step of our house to watch the action, which resulted in them getting carbon monoxide poisoning due to the lack of airflow in our driveway, landing them in the ER."
Asher, what's the crane doing? Is it going to bring us a hot tub?
Well, it can happen in an outdoor setting. It's much more rare and less likely.
Overnight, Morgan Miller telling GMA, quote, "It was a freak accident that should have never happened." And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have expert medical advice on kids and carbon monoxide that every parent needs to hear. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
My husband and I have never been more active.
Shingles doesn't care.
I go to spin classes with my coworkers.
Good for you. Shingles doesn't care. Because no matter how healthy you feel, your risk of shingles sharply increases after age 50. But Shingrix protects. Proven over 90% effective, Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Shingrix is now $0 for almost everyone. Ask your doctor about Shingrix today.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on Earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-575-1560 or go to buyNutriBlade.com.
Summer storms, sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast and the #1 program on television.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, we're taking a look at some of this morning's big stories around the country and beyond in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
A mass shooting in Chicago killed a woman and injured 8 others. It happened on the city's west side shortly after 1 Sunday morning. Investigators say a group of women gathered for what was believed to be a birthday party when a black Jeep drove up. Several people jumped out and started firing. A 21-year-old woman was shot in the face and later died from her wounds. Among those injured, a 28-year-old woman who was shot 8 times. She's in critical condition. Police are looking for those responsible.
The Biden administration is closely monitoring a situation in Haiti where an American nurse and her child have been kidnapped. CNN previously reported that nurse, Alex Dorsainville, and her child were reportedly abducted Thursday morning. They are the wife and child of the director of a Christian humanitarian aid organization called El Roy Haiti. The two were taken while serving in their community ministry on El Roy Haiti's campus near the capital city of Port-au-Prince.
Portions of an Arkansas law that would make it a crime for bookstores and librarians to provide materials deemed harmful to young readers, that is temporarily blocked. The law, officially known as Act 372, was scheduled to go into effect Tuesday. It holds librarians and booksellers criminally liable if they knowingly give minors books that appeal to, quote, a prurient interest in sex. A lawsuit filed by numerous publishing groups, including the Arkansas Library Association, claims that part of the law is in violation of the First Amendment.
Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is a Monday, July 31st. So glad that you are starting your day with us, starting your week, but wrapping up a month. Mark is here with a look at our forecast.
And we're going to ratchet up the temperatures, and we're going to see those temperatures go up into the upper 80s, but it's average for this time of year. A little bit of haze, but our air quality is still good. We're sitting at 59 degrees right now with light south-southeast winds. Here's a look at the 4 things. We're going to have a mild start today. We're there. Average summer temperatures today and tomorrow, but the 90s return on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about just how dry this week will be. Again, our air quality is good. We do have new fire starts not only in Washington, but in Montana. But the south winds are keeping that away from us. We look at that smoke forecast, and it's going to really stick into areas just to the east of the northern Cascades and continue to push that into Canada. Also into Montana. Those are in the western part of the state, and the winds are taking those aloft out of the area of the mountains. Right now, 59 into the airport, 44 at Deer Park. Our forecast is going to climb nicely. By noon, we're in the low 80s. 87 will be our high today.
Search crews pulled a body from the Spokane River in the University District yesterday. They responded to North River Point Boulevard between Division and Trent. Kayakers spotted the crews pulling the body out of the water. We have reached out to Spokane Police for more information. We haven't heard back yet.
The Spokane Fire Department has arrested a person they believe was behind a house fire. Crews put out that fire yesterday afternoon inside of a home on North Nevada and East Garland. The fire department's special investigations unit determined the fire to be suspicious. Total damages were estimated to be over $50,000. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
A scary moment in Bonner County where a plane carrying 3 people crashed into Priest Lake. The plane crashed near Kavanaugh Bay. These photos you're about to see were taken by Brian Hansen, who was at the beach. Hansen tells 4 News Now 3 occupants inside the plane were loaded into an ambulance. No word yet from officials on what their conditions are. This is an ongoing investigation. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Well, today is sentencing day for Lori Vallow.
She is the Idaho mother convicted earlier this year of murdering 2 of her children. ABC's Derek Dennis reports on what to expect today.
This morning, the so-called doomsday cult mom, Lori Vallow Daybell, faces sentencing in an Idaho courtroom convicted of killing 2 of her children, claiming they were zombies. Vallow Daybell's brother, Adam Cox, tells ABC News he's heartbroken.
We're all, hurt, devastated.
Prosecutors argued Lori was on a quest for money, power, and sex and was willing to remove anyone who got in her way. After a 6-week trial, a jury unanimously found Lori guilty of murdering her 7-year-old son, JJ, and her 16-year-old daughter, Tylee.
Tylee, she's just one of the loveliest little girls that you'll ever meet. Super funny, super smart. JJ, on the other hand, severely autistic. Nobody thought that he would ever be able to talk, and he just flourished and became an incredible little boy.
With no death penalty in Idaho, Lori is expected to receive consecutive life sentences. Family members are set to speak in court, including her only surviving child and Lori's sister. The big question remains, will Lori address the court, or will her family's words and that of the prosecution be the deciding factors between spending the rest of her life in prison or a lesser sentence?
This is their opportunity to plead to the court regarding what I would predict is going to be their request to have her remain bars for the balance of her life.
Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
Well, it's the start of a new week, and it's also the start of more construction projects.
Multiple projects are set to be underway this morning, meaning closures and detours for your morning drive as well as your afternoon. After a delay, Upriver Drive will be closed for the next 2 weeks, and TJ Meanock Bridge will be closed all week. Bronte Sorosky is live in studio with the best way to plan your morning commute around those closures.
Well, that's right. So both Upriver Drive and the TJ Meanock Bridge will close today. The Upriver Drive closure was slated to start last Monday, but WashDOT crews had to delay due to manhole inspections that had to happen before they can relocate a sewer line. East Upriver will be closed between North Ralph Street and East Carlisle. The Centennial Trail will also be closed between that same route. And here are those detours that you should be familiar with. Drivers usually heading westbound on East Upriver Drive will detour onto North Freya, turn on Euclid, cross over to Market Street, turn on Illinois, and then turn back onto Upriver Drive. Drivers heading east will take Perry to Illinois, to Crestline to Euclid, then to Freya in order to get back onto Upriver. And anyone that enjoys the Centennial Trail, you'll start on Ralph and go left on Carlisle. You'll find a crosswalk that you'll follow back to Upriver in order to get back onto the trail. For more information on these closures and detours, you can head over to our website, KXLY.com. These Upriver Drive closures will last until August 11th, and the TJ Meanock Bridge will be closed through Friday. Live in studio, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
All right, Bronte, thanks so much. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:38.
We've been talking about how dry we are, and that just continues. It's been 21 days.
21 days, we are at 6.66 inches, about 3 inches below average.
For the year?
For the year, since January 1. So, yeah, we're definitely dry. We're going to remain dry. You see a beautiful sunny sky, a little bit of haze there, but our air quality is good. More on your forecast coming up.
Is it a cyber attack lying in wait? The U.S. finds Chinese malware hidden in military systems. What it could mean for national security and beyond. After this.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Sleepovers just aren't what they used to be. A house full of screens, basically no hiccups. You guys have no idea how good you've got it.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
Back in my day, it was scary stories and flashlights.
We don't get scared.
Oh, really? Mom can see your search history. That's what I thought.
The next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity.
Great Homes of Idaho is having their grand opening August 11th through the 13th in Post Falls. Come in and tour their beautiful model homes by Kit Custom Home Builders, highly customizable with features and options you'll love. Great Homes has been helping customers in Montana create their dream homes for over 25 years. And with their expansion to Post Falls, they would love to help you experience the same. Join them for their August celebration featuring prize drawings and a 20% discount certificate towards numerous upgrades. Only available during this grand opening weekend.
Introducing the pizza so nice, we pepperonied it twice. The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza from Little Caesars. Picture this: classic pepperoni and crispy curly old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses, finished with a garlic parmesan crust that must be seen in slow-mo to be believed. Holy moly, are you picturing this? Get a large double pepperoni crazy crust for just $8.99. Available all day or hot and ready from 4 to 8 p.m. Only at Little Caesars. Pizza. The new Miracle Blade World Class 2012 Professional Series is the best set of knives you'll ever own. The spectacular World Class 2012 Series, over a $300 value for just $39.95. But we're just getting started. We'll send you a complete second set of Miracle Blades for free. That's right, another entire set, a $300 value for free. Just pay shipping and processing. And we're still not done. If you're one of the first 500 callers, we'll send you 2 additional Miracle Blade World Class Slicers. That's an additional $80 value, totally free. Miracle Blade World Class is also guaranteed for life. We'll replace any damaged knife at any time for any reason for free forever. Over $600 worth of knives for just one payment of $39.95. Don't miss this opportunity. Call right now or just log on to miracleblade.com.
It's now 6:41. New concerns this morning that Chinese hackers may have compromised critical U.S. infrastructure.
There's an urgent search for malicious computer code that could affect power grids and water supplies. The New York Times reports the Biden administration believes Chinese hackers have installed malware on U.S. networks that could affect both military and civilian operations. Officials say the malicious code could disrupt power grids, communication systems, and water supplies that feed military bases around the world. But the impact could spread much farther, as that infrastructure often supplies civilian homes and businesses. Back in May, Microsoft reported finding mysterious computer code in telecommunications systems in Guam, the Pacific island home to multiple U.S. military bases. Now, more than a dozen U.S. officials acknowledge Microsoft could only see a small portion of a much larger issue. They say the Chinese malware efforts predates the May report from Microsoft by at least a year.
What are we seeing today? The threat environment at its all-time highest. Just over the last year, we saw an increase of 953 new bad actor groups, bringing the total of 3,500 unique groups.
Earlier this month, Chinese hackers infiltrated the accounts of the U.S. Commerce Secretary and other officials at the Commerce and State Departments.
Monday morning, your 10-second takeaway. Sunny and warm today. It's going to be nice. Temperature's going to be about average. Light layers heading out the door this morning. Deer Park, you're on the cool side. Our high today is going to be 87 degrees.
After 3 years and several delays, Splashdown finally reopened to the public Saturday. Splashdown's new owner says the last few days have been tricky, with one of the park's main turbines breaking down last week. The park was originally slated to open Tuesday when the shaft snapped off of one of the main turbines. But now it's all fixed. The park was finally able to hold a soft opening Saturday, allowing some families to cool off and finally enjoy the water slides.
Today's just a soft opening, kind of just get everybody used to doing what they're doing, let the lifeguards get familiar, make sure that we're doing things and following procedure, and just see if there's any kinks that we might be able to work out of the system.
Splashdown's owner says the park will be open every day from 11 to 7, with the official grand opening happening sometime this week.
Nice to have another place to go cool down.
Absolutely. It's now 6:43.
All right. Thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. We will be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
They were at home near Sandpoint when George's wife Sue found him unresponsive and started CPR. Within minutes, he was airlifted to Kootenai Health because George was having a STEMI, the most serious type of heart attack. Fortunately, Kootenai Health is a level 1 STEMI center with state-of-the-art cardiac care. So, just 90 minutes after his heart attack, George woke up with a healed heart and a very happy wife.
Warm weather is here, but it's never too soon to think about fall. Call Mainstream this summer for a $79 AC tune-up, and in the fall, we'll tune up your furnace for free. That's right, get 2 tune-ups for the price of 1. It's just that simple. Call your friends at Mainstream today.
As state senator, Lisa Brown increased taxes by $2 billion while raising her own pay. Under her watch, homelessness rose by 25,000. Now she's backed by the Defund the Police crowd. Lisa's soft on crime, hard on taxpayers.
I pledge to increase police presence and tackle homelessness, and we have. Our Violent Crimes Task Force has lowered crime rates, and we're compassionately addressing homelessness. We're exceptional, Spokane. I'll keep it that way. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I'm an essential worker.
During the pandemic, we couldn't work remotely.
We are workers in grocery stores,
healthcare, retail,
and packing plants.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
It's getting hot out, so it's important to know the symptoms of heat-related illness. Signs of heat exhaustion include feeling faint or dizzy, excessive sweating, cool, pale, or clammy skin, nausea, vomiting, a rapid, weak pulse, or muscle cramps. If someone shows these symptoms, get them someplace cool and have them drink water. Signs of heat stroke include throbbing headache, no sweat, temperature over 103, nausea and vomiting, and rapid, strong pulse. They may pass out or have red, hot, dry skin. If someone has these symptoms, call 911 immediately.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kootenai Heart Clinics.
It is 6:46 this morning, and there's your blue skies with some haze, but all in all, it's very pleasant out right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's going to be another hot, dry day, and even with the fires in our area, our air quality has remained pretty good, and we've been good almost all summer.
Right, and our winds are coming in from the southwest. We don't have a lot of active fires into Oregon and other areas where that smoke's crossing over us, so we've been really lucky in that way. We do have, again, good air quality. It's sitting on the upper end of good, but it doesn't look like it's jumping into moderate anytime soon. We do have the new fire starts that are up north. We're going to see that continue to push with the southwest winds into Canada, and we're not going to see any of the smoke from Montana get caught up in that upper atmosphere and brought over us either. So it looks like we're going to remain pretty good. 15 to 9 Mile as you're waking up, heading out. Deer Park, you're still cool at 44 degrees. Cheney at 49. Coeur d'Alene, 62 degrees. And in Hayden, 53. So we got some pretty decent temperatures out there as we start our day. Warming to a normal average 87 degrees for this time of year. Sunny, warm winds, southwest 5 to 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. Tonight, we're going to cool back down under a clear sky, down to 55 degrees, one of the cooler temperatures we'll see this week. So allow for that cool air to get into your home and apartment and get it cooled, preparation for the heat still to come. Satellite and radar. Just a few high-level clouds, that's it. As we look at what we can expect, we're going to see a continuation of sunshine. Maybe a few high-thin clouds, that's going to be about it, certainly with some of the heating during the day. The northern Cascades are going to continue to pull in some cloud cover because of the higher elevations, maybe an isolated shower, but that's going to be it. And all the way through Tuesday night into Wednesday, we start to see things relatively dry. However, there is an opportunity as we see some monsoonal moisture and we see this high pressure pushing things north. On Wednesday into Thursday, we could see some errant showers, but it would be Spokane south. It doesn't look like we're going to see any, but there is that potential sitting there, is depending on what that high pressure system does and that monsoonal moisture coming up out of the southwest. For today, Temperatures in the upper 80s all over the place. 91 into Bonners Ferry, 90 into Moses Lake. You'll have low 90s east slopes of the Cascades. Everything looks pretty good. We look at what we can expect with the planning forecast, and we're planning on, again, just this summer heat continuing. We're going to be warming into the low 90s, partly cloudy conditions again, due to some of that cloud cover being pushed north with that high pressure, but also bringing in warmer temperatures. Friday 90, Saturday 90, and then 93 on Sunday. So we've had 15 days at 90 or hotter. In August, we start that count again. The average about 8.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to
8
for the month. Looks like we're going to add to that this year again.
Right off the bat.
Okay. Mark, thanks so much.
It is now 6:49.
All right, we thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. Your morning sprint is coming up in a little more than 2 minutes.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda.
You know, I love me some good GMA in the morning. Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Now that's how you start your day. Good morning, America.
Yep, bring your friends.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
I left work to come.
You left her? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
You're gonna bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
So, how's the menopause going?
Unexpected rage, hot flashes, exhaustion. Big fan.
Here's to being tired all day
and up at night.
Said no woman ever. Estroven relieves major menopause symptoms.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
to a ton of new beginnings.
We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Help us celebrate everything that makes Spokane great. And remember, in tough times, good things are still happening here.
BECU is not for profit and all for Spokane.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the Advocates.
The Advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Honestly, dude, I did the most shocking thing today. It was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
Do I need to say more? You feel like a sausage being freed.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:52. Let's get you ready to take on your Monday here in the morning sprint.
And Mark Peterson has your forecast on the last day of July.
But let's get to Bronte Sorowski right now with details on multiple construction projects underway today that could affect your morning commute.
Well, 2 road closures starting today, the TJ Meanock Bridge and Upriver Drive between Ralph and Carlisle. Starting with TJ Meanock Bridge, which will be closed starting this Monday until Friday. Drivers are going to be diverted to the nearest bridge, the Maple Street Bridge. If you're traveling from Wistock's Way to Maple and Ash, go either north or south. Go south on Government Way, turn east on Sunset Boulevard toward Maple and Ash Streets. Drivers heading westbound on East Upriver Drive will detour north onto North Freya, turn left on Euclid, cross over to Market Street, turn left on Illinois, and then turn back onto Upriver Drive. Drivers heading east will take Perry to Illinois and Crestline to Euclid, then to Freya in order to get back onto Upriver.
In just a few hours, the Idaho Doomsday Cult mom, convicted of killing her 2 youngest kids, will be sentenced. Lori Vallow faces life in prison for the deaths of 16-year-old Tylee and 7-year-old JJ. She was also found guilty of conspiring to kill her husband's former wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori's husband, Chad Daybell, is also charged in the murder of JJ and Tylee. His trial is set for April. He's pleaded not guilty.
We are just a day away from primary elections here in Spokane County. Tomorrow, August 1st, is the last day for you to register to vote in person. You must have your ballot turned in before 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There are some big races and measures on this year's ballot, including Spokane Mayor, Spokane City Council President, and whether to bring a fire department to Airway Heights. We have everything you need to know about the primary elections under this story on KXLY.com.
Well, good morning. We do have some cool temperatures starting off the day up into Deer Park and into Cheney with temperatures into the mid to upper 40s, but we're into the mid to upper 50s into the valley along that I-90 corridor. We're going to see with our forecast dry conditions, maybe a few high thin clouds, but that's going to be about it. Our forecast today calling for a high today of 87, which is normal for this time of year.
Well, a fire sparked in North Spokane after a person was disposing of grease that had caught fire. Spokane Fire Chief Brian Schaefer says cooking gas caught on fire. When a man threw it out, the fire spread into the forested area around it. It raced up the hillside, bordering an apartment complex nearby. You can see those flames scorch part of that building. Schaefer says as of last night, the fire was fully contained.
Another wildfire broke out yesterday afternoon south of Spokane, threatening several homes and claiming one structure. Crews from several different agencies responded to this scene. You see these images, you can see smoke billowing into the air and the flames burning through those dry fuels. The Department of Natural Resources says that Katy Lane fire grew to just more than 12 acres, but is now fully lined. Both DNR and Spokane County Fire District 8 remained on the site throughout the night. They do plan to continue their work today.
And some people in Oroville are being asked to evacuate as a wildfire burns there. The Eagle Bluff fire is estimated to be burning more than 10,000 acres and has crossed over into Canada. As of this morning, the fire is not at all contained. Okanagan County Emergency Management said the fire calmed down, but is still very active. The fire started on Eagles Bluff Road and moved north past Blue Lake. The people who were being ordered to evacuate have been allowed back in their homes, and evacuation levels for those living nearby have been dropped to level 2, meaning be prepared to go if conditions change.
Search crews pulled a body from the Spokane River in the University District yesterday. They responded to North River Point Boulevard between Division and Trent. Kayakers spotted the crews pulling the body out of the water. We have reached out to Spokane Police for more information. We have not heard back yet.
A scary moment in Bonner County where a plane carrying 3 people crashed into Priest Lake. That plane crashed near Kavanaugh Bay. These photos were taken by Brian Hansen, who was at the beach at the time. Hansen tells 4 News Now the 3 occupants inside that plane were loaded into an ambulance, but we've received no word yet from officials on what their conditions might be. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll keep you updated with the very latest as we learn more.
Last night, Spokane Police started enforcing the city ordinance that makes being in city parks after hours a misdemeanor. All neighborhood parks will be closed between 10 at night and 5 in the morning, except for Riverfront Park, which closes at midnight. The police department says the initial focus will be on educating the public and handing out warnings. Those who refuse to leave could be ticketed and even arrested.
Well, there is an emergency need for blood donations nationwide. Vitalant Northwest is hosting a summer drive to save lives to try to counteract this emergency. 1 out of 7 hospital patients needs a blood transfusion. There is no artificial substitute for blood, so donations are really needed right now. Coeur d'Alene's next blood drive is on August 4th at the Department of Lands. All right, we'll get a check of the weather with Mark Peterson coming up right after this break in 75 seconds.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
It's wildfire season, and 4 News Now First Alert weather is more important than ever.
Bone-dry vegetation, lightning strikes, sudden winds. With conditions so volatile and so much at stake, every second counts.
Wildfire warnings to evacuation orders to the all clear. Trust the 4 News Now First Alert weather team to keep you safe.
Alerting you first.
On air, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app.
Protecting you and your family.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
And good Monday morning. There, a blue sky, a little bit of haze early in the morning on the horizon and late in the evening on the horizon, but air quality is good. Sunshine today. Winds are going to be relatively light, up to 15 miles an hour. 87 will be our high. We're going to be in the mid-80s throughout much of the afternoon. And extending that out towards the end of the week with our planning forecast, we're not going to see a lot of changes. Slow warming trend to the low 90s. That's going to take us into Friday, Saturday. But for the next couple of days, we're wonderfully average, unfortunately very dry.
Wonderfully average.
Yes, that we like. We don't like the dry part. Bummer. Hey, thanks so much for being with us. We're here throughout Good Morning America.
Yep.